Hi, everyone. Today is the fifth day of school, and so we are going to collect our 60 minutes for this fifth day of school. Here's our clock. When we left off last week on Friday, we had landed at 4 o'clock a.m. So let's collect these minutes. Count with me. Remember, every time I move the hand this far from one number to the next, that's 5 minutes. So we'll count by fives until we get up to 60 minutes. Count with me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. There we go. We collected our 60 minutes for today, the fifth day of school. What time does the clock say now? I should have covered this up down here, shouldn't I have? We see that the clock says it is 5 o'clock. And we are still in the AM hours. We know it's 5 o'clock because the shorter hand is straight on the 5. The short hand is the hour hand. The longer hand is the minute hand, and it is straight up on the 12, which means it's exactly something o'clock. It is 5 o'clock. All right, and it is AM still on our minutes that we've been collecting so far at school. AM means in the morning hours. 5 o'clock in the morning is pretty early. Most of you are probably still sleeping. Sometimes I'm up at 5 o'clock AM. I don't like to get up that early, but sometimes I do because I have things to get done. It's usually pretty dark out at 5 o'clock in the morning still. All right, so we collected our minutes there. Now on this screen, we are going to draw it in onto our clock. This one is similar to the one in the classroom, but it's on the computer instead. So we will just add those 60 minutes. We want this clock to look similar to this one. Notice how if we were to fill this one in, color it in, it would be colored all the way from the 12 down to the 5. We want to do the same thing here. So this is where we will color in our 60 minutes for the day. 1 hour. I'm just going to color it in quickly with this tiny little marker tool. Kind of messy, but I'm doing the best I can, right? All right, so when we left off on Friday, we had collected 60 minutes each day for a total of 100. Yeah, that doesn't seem right. 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60 was 240. So I believe we were at 240 when we left off, right? All right, so now we need to add 60 more minutes to that. 60 more minutes to the 240 that we had when we left off on Friday. Go ahead on your mini whiteboards or your papers and see if you can figure out what 60 more minutes would be from 240. Remember how we used a number line last week when we did this? Started at 240. Where do we land if we need to hop up 60 more? I'm going to count by tens here. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So this is where we're going to end. Just ignore this one. I've added too many spots there. So every jump is 60, or I'm sorry, every jump is 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm just going to write plus 10 in there each time. I'm going to see if you can figure that out on your paper while I'm writing on here. All right, so 240 plus 10 is 250. plus 10 more is 260, plus 10 more, 270, plus 10 more, 280, plus 10 more, 290, and then our final 10 would get us to 300. All right, so we went up a total of 60 jumps. We counted by tens to get there, and we landed at 300. So 240 plus 60 more is 300. All right, boys and girls, that is it for this short video lesson.